What is up, guys? UTechIt here, and today I'm bringing you guys an extra special video. Now, I know I say something along those lines every video I do, but today is something special. Now, as most of you know, the new iPhone 7 here and the iPhone 7 Plus were released this year, and both of which are great phones, but being a daily user of the 7 Plus and having a lot of experience with the 7, I wanted to make a video talking about, what are they like 6 months later. Now, the iPhone 7 Plus, as we all know, is a bigger screen, hence the Plus name, but also this dual lens camera, as we see here, is really the key feature about this phone that sold so many people. Now, Apple integrated a lot of new technology into the new phones, as well as they took some technology away. So today I would like to touch on a few key points and talk about a few different things that may help you with your next phone purchase. Alright guys, so today we are going to start with the iPhone 7. Now the iPhone 7 is a smaller screen, as well as it only has the single lens camera. The aesthetic as far as previous versions go has not changed a whole lot. The antenna bands, instead of running across here, they are now a little more minimized, being only running along the top and the bottom of the iPhone. As well as the new iPhone 7 and iPhone 7 Plus are both water resistant, IP67, and in fact I have tested that and they do stand up to the test. Now I would like to touch on the iPhone 7 Plus as aesthetic goes, and it's really not that much different from the iPhone 7 as far as actual outside appearances, besides the bigger size, so it's obviously a bigger shape, as well as the dual lens camera here, and if you get a black color rather than a gold, then your antenna bands do blend in to the top and bottom a little bit better than on the silver, gold, and rose gold. Now we've touched on the aesthetic of both phones, but I'd really like to talk about the gear that is inside of each of these iPhones. Alright guys, so first off, I'd like to start by talking about a few of these things these two phones have in common, one of which is the new technology that Apple introduced this year that allows surround sound to be played throughout this phone. So instead of the sound traditionally coming out of just the speaker grill, the sound now comes through the speakers as well as through the earpiece here. Now that technology is shown for both iPhone 7 and iPhone 7 Plus, so both models are going to have that included. Now next I would like to touch on a difference that is actually a huge difference between the iPhone 7 Plus and the iPhone 7, and it could be the deal breaker for you as far as what phone you are going to purchase. So the iPhone 7 actually has the dual lens camera system. Alright guys, so the big deal with the camera is the ability to press this 1X button shown here that instantly zooms you in using that second lens on the back of the camera. Now this utilizes the same technology that you would find in a DSLR, except it's doing it a lot quicker and with very little motion. So you also have the ability to hold down on the 1X button and to actually rotate, going through all of the different zoom options available, all the way up to 10x zoom, which is pretty insane, but it's also digitally enhancing it, so you are not going to get as clear of a photo as you would using that 2x zoom. Alright, so as you just saw, that is how the iPhone 7 Plus works, and that is the technology that it utilizes with the dual lens system. Now this is the iPhone 7, and the iPhone 7 is simply shooting the same type of photo you've seen in all previous iPhones. It's just upgraded and enhanced. Alright, so now that we've covered a few of the main differences between the iPhone 7 and the iPhone 7 Plus, I want to cover a few of the things that they are very alike on. And they're both very alike in the sense of they're both very fast phones, and they're really great phones. They're never going to disappoint any user. They have an incredibly great processor, and Apple is always on the cutting edge when it comes to speed and processing ability for any of their devices. So that's all well and good, but there's one huge, major, colossal difference that really just kind of hits home for me, and that is the fact that Apple decided to take away the headphone jacks on their iPhone 7 and iPhone 7 Plus. Now, that's not a huge deal if you're already on the wireless curve, and a lot of people are, and Apple's like, well, if you're not, then don't worry, we'll help you out, and we will invent our Apple AirPods, and you could buy these for $160, and they're completely wireless earpods, and if you have not checked that video out, make sure to do so. Now, for me, I was halfway wireless, halfway not. I still like to use my Bose QC25s, not the 35s, and I've got the classic, the cable here, and 3.5mm headphone jack, so I always have to carry around a dongle. And it's not a bad thing to carry around dongles, and dongles are fine. But then, while you're listening to music, and you're listening on your iPhone 7, and you're sitting here and you're listening, and then you realize your phone's about to die, and you can't charge it because you have something in the port, then that is really when this problem really struck me. So granted, all this is fine, and all this can be solved using dongles, using adapters, but it is a huge pain to have to deal with it all. So overall, my iPhone 7 Plus is my daily driver. I use this for everything that has to do with anything mobile, and a lot of, and technology continues to evolve. Technology has evolved so much and will continue to do so, and I know technology has to be pushed forward in order for everything to move. So I'm not saying that this isn't great technology, taking away the headphone adapter, minimalizing the ports, minimalizing your phone. It's all great, it's all well and good, but it does create friction, and it does create a learning curve. Now that's okay, and we all will learn. My iPhone 7 Plus will continue to be my daily driver. I love these phones. I would love to start maybe testing some Androids, testing that kind of market. I'm just so deep into Apple with my Apple Watch, with my MacBooks, my iPads, all that it'll be very hard for me to switch at this point. So overall, guys, thank you so much for watching. The iPhone 7, the iPhone 7 Plus, both great phones. I would highly recommend these two phones to anyone who's looking to upgrade. And pretty much that'll about do it. I'm actually in Singapore right now, and I thought, what better place to do a tech review than one of the tech capitals of the world. And so I think that'll wrap it up. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it always. Make sure to hit that like button and drop a subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you next time on You Tech It. See ya.